Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wisdom Whispers with Abhishek Mittal. This is the last episode of this season or series, whatever you want to call it, of Wisdom Whispers. This has been an incredible journey so far. We have touched base so many interesting topics, and it seems like we just got started now. And though it is an end of season one, but I think it is just a beginning of something new as well. And in the spirit of trying to new things, you will realize that today's episode is quite different. And different in what sense? Because आज कोई guest नहीं है. It's a conversation between you and me. So let us know what you think of this new format and the entire series so that we can improve on this in the next series too. Let's get to scheduling now. Mastering scheduling empowers you with command over your day, week, month, and life. Through meticulous planning and prioritization, you gain the ability to navigate long and demanding days with efficiency, ensuring that every moment contributes meaningfully to your overall goals and well being. Today, I am excited to share my insights and practical tips on effective scheduling. In the dynamic landscape of various companies, diverse job profiles, and integrate relationships, we often find ourselves facing different expectations. To navigate these expectations successfully, it's crucial to recognize the significance of scheduling and the art of rescheduling. Now, you might be wondering why I'm delving into a topic that many of us have encountered in our college or early corporate lives. The reason is simple. Despite having practiced scheduling before, we often grapple with issues such as failing to complete tasks on time, struggling to find moments for socializing, that's a normal for all of us, skipping meals or breaks, and feeling a scarcity of time for friends, family, self, and other personal pursuits, right? So while we possess a wealth of knowledge about scheduling, the challenge lies in the proper application in our daily lives. Whether we undergo a job or role change, transitioning from college to corporate life, or embark to a new relationship, our schedules need adjustment. It's essential to take a step back, reassess the expectations in these new scenarios, and make thoughtful adjustments accordingly. So, in a landscape where time is a precious commodity, right, mastering the art of managing one's schedule is a vital skill that distinguish successful professionals from the rest. Let's look at some of the key benefits of scheduling. So, let's start with maximizing productivity. So, this is the first thing when we think about scheduling, right? Maximizing productivity, why and how, right? When I'm doing a proper scheduling, I will know that what I have to achieve in a day and where I have to spend my time, what all I have to do. So that will help me increasing the productivity because I've planned for the day before or a week or a month. So this helps you in maximizing your productivity when you're in a corporate environment. The second biggest aspect which we look at in a corporate environment is deadlines. We call it deadline. It looks very negative, but let's call it a timeline, right? So when you are meeting timelines or deadlines for an organization for your job profile, the scheduling helps you a lot because now you know when you have prepared a proper schedule that Monday I have to do this, Tuesday I have to do this, Wednesday I have to do this, and this is a deliverable which I have to share, a final deliverable on this particular date. So when you have planned for it, even if there are certain uh, emergencies, you know that what I have to do in the week or in a month, and then accordingly you will plan for it. So that's why it is important to understand scheduling. The next important aspect is adaptability to change. When we were discussing it earlier, I talked about rescheduling. So that's one of the important lesson of scheduling, that how quickly you can adopt to change, and that is how uh, agile your planning is, that can you adopt to different priorities which are coming up into your life, into your work life or personal life. So how quickly, how dynamically you can change your schedules, that will impact not your personal but your professional life as well. Next is, which is, I think, this point I will be talking about throughout this conversation, is balancing work and personal life. Because I think that's one of the challenge which every one of us face, and we all crib about that. Oh, my corporate life, I'm not able to balance my work life. I'm not able to meet my friends and family. But if you have a proper scheduling, you have made a proper plan, you will be able to manage it, right? This is a mantra for a better work life balance. So, and this will give you a long term satisfaction. This is not a short term satisfaction. So, that is one of the most important for all of us, an importance of scheduling. Another is professional development. We often tend to focus only on personal developments sometimes, like, okay, am I able to take out time for my friends, family, and my other pursuits? But we sometimes forget about professional development. And if I have a proper schedule, I know, and if I have a goal to achieve in my life, right, then I know that what I have to do to achieve that, in terms of what are the learning steps which I have to take, which are the courses which I have to take. And to do that, you have to plan it. You cannot do it randomly, that, oh, next week I should do this training, I should do this certification, right? So if you are planning it, you will be able to achieve that. And the last is, it enhance your decision making power. If you have a schedule in place, you will be able to make decisions thoughtfully, right? Because or you can say informed decision, because then you know that what all I have to do in the next week. And if there is something urgent came up right now, can I pick it up or not? Can I take that decision? So let's say if I have to travel for a personal reason next week, and I know that in the next week I have a certification to complete, or I have a deliverable to deliver, should I plan for it or should I not plan for it, right? So then it enhanced your decision making power. So these are certain importance factors of scheduling. Today, we will be discussing only about corporate life. However, a lot can be applied to our personal life as well, because there is no difference between a corporate life and personal life these days, to be honest, right? So there are certain key aspects which we can discuss right now, uh, that how we should define our schedules, right? That is also important, because we just talked about how why it is important to have a proper scheduling. But now we need to look at that, how to define these schedules, right? So first and foremost important thing when I'm talking about a corporate life is, understand the corporate expectations from you. And most of the times, to be honest, when we start our career, we don't have this conversation with our leaders, that what you're expecting out of me, right? If you have that expectations setting done earlier in your life, and then this scheduling, then it will be easy to define your schedule, right? So you should first understand that what is the expectations out of your current role and responsibilities. Then sometimes we take it very lightly, but identify your peak productivity times. We we all know about that, when we are most productive in a day. When we were in schools and colleges, we know some people used to get up early in the morning to revise their syllabus. Some people were late nighters. They said, oh, I like revising things or reading things at late night. And everyone knows about it, that which time I can give the best productivity. So if you are aware of that, your scheduling will be best, because you know that in a day, and I can talk about myself, right? So when I start my day early, I'm a morning person. When I start my day early, so from 8 to 11 to 12, which is my first half of the day, which is the pre-lunch time, that's the highest productivity time for me. So if I have something urgent, something which needs more attention of mine, I will pick up that, I will complete that task first thing in the morning. So if you have identified it, you will be able to define your schedules very nicely. Then establish priorities. Though I have touched base on this earlier too, but you need to set up the priorities for yourself. And why I'm saying it, because every time we think about that, oh, I have 10 things to do in a day. first just see which are priority for today. And if other things can be done in a day, absolutely I will pick it up. But if I know that these five things are my priority, and with if I will not complete these five things, then it will impact all my schedule or my deliverable timelines. So pick up those five things. So establish your priorities will define your schedule. Time for skill development. This is exactly the professional development which we talked about, the importance. And here I'm saying that when you are defining your schedules, keep some time for your skill development. The world is changing. We have already discussed about that how learning is important, what's an important role of AI in our lives, right? So if we have already if we are already aware about these things, then we need to invest our time in that to upskill ourselves, right? Every one of us are doing it right now. There are so many platforms available, but you need to define the schedule for that. It will not happen overnight, right? There's so many things in the life which we need to do. And then another it's the same factor which I said, like I will be talking about every time, it's work and personal commitments. So balance it out. As I said in the starting, right, a lot of people say that, oh, I don't have enough time for my personal life to meet my friends. So if you know that I have to balance it out, I will schedule my personal meetings as well in my entire day schedule. And sometimes it's okay to say no to uh, certain things which are impacting your schedule, right? Because you want to balance it out, the work and your personal commitments. So let's say I'm just taking example, like we have a corporate dinner which is just planned now, right? In the morning I got to know that I have a corporate dinner, but I have a family dinner planned for the day. When I know that, and when I'm getting that invite, I can easily decline it and state the reason. So, because I have scheduled my personal commitments in my day schedule, I can easily decline it. So, these are the areas which will help you defining your schedule. Now, quickly move on to I know most of you must be thinking that, Abhishek, how can we now build up a good schedule? So I will just give you a few tips so that you all can manage it by yourself. Uh, it's very difficult to adopt everything to your life, but even if you can pick up one or two aspects of these, you will be able to build a nice balanced schedule for yourself, and it will help you grow as an individual, as a professional, right? The first step is, which we just talked about, prioritize your tasks. So I will just pick up an example here so that we all can relate to it, and it will be easy for us to understand this entire concept. So let's say I'm sitting on a Monday today and I have a deliverable on Friday. So it's a week, right? I have a oh, evenly planned schedule, that because I have a deliverable on Friday and Monday is a Monday I'm starting working on it. Can be anything. So I'm not defining the deliverable right now. So Monday, I know that I have a deliverable to go on Friday. Before that, I should work on it. So Monday, Tuesday, I will define it that, oh, I have to work on these aspects of a deliverable on Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, it should be a draft ready so that I can discuss with my manager. Thursday, I can take on some feedback, can improve on it, finalize the draft, and make it a final presentation or a final deliverable. And on Friday, I can share it with the client. Fine. So I have this entire thing already done. Now, what happens? So, my boss called me up on Monday, said, Abhishek, you have one more deliverable to work on. This is a little urgent. It needs to go on Wednesday. Because I know that I have enough time planned for a deliverable, I have a full day planned for a review and incorporating feedback. Can I pick it up on Tuesday? Yes. Instead of starting now, I can pick it up on Tuesday. So, this is a prioritization. Because I know my schedule right now, I can easily do it. Otherwise, I would not have done that. Or I would have said no to my boss. And he might, after a week, he said, oh, Abhishek, you were not fully utilized. Why you haven't picked it up? So it was a question on my integrity. So to manage it well, just to manage the expectations, if I have prioritized it, it would have been better to go with a solution right now. So that's the first important tip, is prioritize your task. The second thing is time blocking. So what it means, so when now I know, I'm just taking the same example, my delivery is on Friday, Monday, Tuesday I have to work on it. I have blocked my calendar for that I will not pick up any meeting, anything else. I will work on this. 4 hours on Monday, 4 hours on Tuesday. That's my time blocking. And even if I have a in this week I have scheduled for a certification for my professional development, the 2 hours in Monday, Tuesday, I can still do it because I have blocked my time. 4 hours there, 2 hours there. Still, my calendar is somewhere open. So it will help me doing multiple tasks at a one time, or a one day, or a one week. So time blocking is a very important tip. Another thing is maintain a calendar. And this is I learned it hard way. I never used to maintain a calendar at the start of my career, and I used to just keep everything in my mind that, oh, this is what I need to do on this day, in that day, right? But after 6 months, I realized that as an individual, I need to maintain a calendar. Then I started maintaining it a little longer, even 6 months, right? So maintaining a calendar is very important because then you know when you have time, where you have time in a day, at which part of the day, what you can pick up. And this will help you picking up even personal and professional things, both. That when you know that in a particular week, my Thursday looks light, can I go out for a dinner with a family, right? Yes, why not? Because I have maintained a calendar. And if I'm missing an activity or to put up on my calendar, then there will be a clash. That's why I'm saying maintain a calendar that will help you managing your meetings, personal commitments, your timelines, your deadlines, your uh, uh, like and anything else. So this is a gist of maintaining a calendar. Then we have talked about agility, which is a flexibility, how flexible I am. And I'm just picking up the example here, and which I have just said. Was I flexible enough when I have a scheduled deliverable on Friday, and on Monday, Tuesday, I blocked up some time for picking up a deliverable to work on it. And Monday, my boss called me up and said, Abhishek, something needs to go out on Tuesday. Can you help here? Am I flexible enough to manage my calendar, to manage my schedule, and pick this task as well on Monday? So that's a flexibility. And in the today's agile environment, you cannot be rigid on your calendar. You cannot say that, oh, my schedule is done and dusted. I cannot change it. Anything can happen. So there can be a new deliverable comes up. There can be a new priority has come up, or a new client meeting has come up. So you need to be agile enough to make those changes. Don't get rigid on your schedule. So you have to show that flexibility to your team members. Uh, Again, our favorite topic, work-life balance. When you are scheduling it, just ensure that you have scheduled enough time for your personal commitments too, and you have marked it on calendar. I'm giving you a very good example here. So when I know I'm sitting, let's say I'm sitting in January right now, and in a March, I know that after my uh, kids examination, I have to go out for a vacation, and I'm sitting in January. I still have 2 months, because now I know, have I put it on my calendar? Have I shared it with my boss? So if I have done that, then it's already on my calendar. It's already on my schedule. I will not pick up anything on these days. So this will help me in maintaining a good work-life balance. Effective communication. Another tip. What happens usually, if we have any plans, we keep it to ourselves. We don't communicate it to our team members, our reporting line manager, that, oh, this is what I am planning for next day or next week, or something, because we are very shy. Sometimes we say, oh, I need to plan for my vacation with my friends. I will tell it on the last day that, oh, from tomorrow I'm going for a 1 week. Don't do that. If you are effectively communicating it, you are setting the expectations right. And most important part of it, and I can tell you, it has helped me a lot when uh, when I start a new project, and when I share all my commitments at the start of the project with the team. They know that when Abhishek is available, when Abhishek is not available, and what he's doing, right? So then they can accordingly manage their schedules as well. So this effective communication will help you build a trust, one of the biggest factor of this entire professionalism and the corporate life. It goes with two things. I have been talking about it: trust and respect, trust and respect. So with effective communication, you build that trust and you earn that respect. And next is breaks for refreshment. And again, a lot of people say, oh, when they don't take enough breaks when you are in office, specifically in office or at home. More at home, less in office, because in office when you have people around you, you still manage to get out, get out, not like get away from your desk and go for a coffee or a chit chat, or go downstairs, just for a fresh air, right? So this is important. This is a part of your schedule. You should break for refreshments. You should go for a short walk, or sometime just you just want to get up from the chair, right? So this is another tip which is important for a good scheduling. Timely planning. I'm just uh, taking example of I'm sitting in January. I know in March and I have to plan for a vacation. I'm just talking about personal things right now, right? Because professionally, we all know, and we all talk about that. Oh, for personal things, I don't have time. Now, when I know when I'm sitting in January that I have to do something in March, I need to plan some vacation. Am I planning for it right now? Not. And same thing for deliverable. I will just pick it up the same example. If my deliverable is on Friday, if I have planned for it, that oh, in Monday and Tuesday I will work on it. Wednesday I will prepare a first draft, share it with my reporting line manager. On Thursday I will discuss it and I will make the changes. It is a timely planning. And then learn to say no for certain things. Not always, and that's I think we have covered with Ankit in the first episode that we should not always say yes to build a good relationship, and that's what I'm saying. When we are working on a schedule, when we have a schedule prepared, we can know that what I can pick up. So again, on the same things, same example which I have been discussing, deliverable on Friday, it needs my some time. Monday, Tuesday, I have planned for something. Now, my team manager has called me up and said, Abhishek, there is a one more deliverable which needs to go out on Friday and it needs your dedicated attention. Either he has to prioritize that what I am doing. If I will communicate with him that I already have a deliverable planned on Friday, and this is what I need to spend my time on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the entire schedule is in present to him, then you can easily say no. If you are saying no with the good reasons, he will understand that. He or she will understand it, and you will be able to take an informed decision of saying no, rather than just saying no that, oh, no, I can't pick it up. But because you have your schedule in your hand and you know that what have been done in the next 5 days, I can easily say no. The last is continuous improvement. So we said rescheduling, right? Any schedule which you are building up, and if you have a routine tasks to work on every day, every week, then just see that how you can improve that schedule. We talked about that blocking time. We talked about what's my highest productivity time. So that might change. It is not a, a casting stone that my highest productivity time will always remain same. It can change depending upon my life stage, at what life stage I am in, right? If I'm just became a father, my priorities will change. My the most productive time will change. because of different things which is happening at my life. So continuously improve on your schedule. That is the last thing which we should be doing as to to maintain a good schedule, right? So all these factors are so important. And as I said, like, not everything can be applied in our lives, but but if you will pick up 4 5 tips and understand the importance of scheduling, you will be able to do it. And it is very important when we are moving from a college life to a corporate life, because in college life we used to live a different life altogether, because our entire time was divided into two things, right? One is study and one is the personal. And with study, you are able to make out some of your personal things as well, because when you are studying with your friends, when you are at home. But when you get into a corporate life, right, things are totally different. So it's also important that schedule needs to be changed when you are moving from a college to a corporate. When you, even if you are getting into uh, different roles, every role has a different expectations. So accordingly, we can change our schedule. So before I close this conversation, let me put up a good quotation from Truman Capote. I don't mean I would mind being rich and famous. That's very much on my schedule. And someday I will try to get around to it. So thanks a lot for joining me for this conversation. With this, we wrap up the season one or series one of Wisdom Whispers. What a journey we had. To be honest, I enjoyed all the conversations we had with numerous guests coming from different fields, talking their heart out with so many insights for us. And we'll continue to bring more such interesting topics in the future. And just to ensure that we incorporate your feedback, I would request that please share that feedback with us so that accordingly we can bring some more interesting topics to you. Uh, so I will wait to hear from you. And if you are watching us on YouTube, do like, share, and subscribe. And please, please, please share all the videos with your loved ones and your colleagues so that they can also catch some good things which our guests are talking about. And if you are listening to us on the audio podcast, follow us so that you keep on getting the updates about our new videos. So, this is me, Abhishek Mittal, signing off for now. Thank you for joining us.